Hello, my name is Ted Griswold, and I work in food service here at Potter's Ranch. And today I'm going to be showing you a recipe for how to make croutons. Before we get into that, I just want to say I hope you're doing well during these troubling times. And I know it's been stressful for me, but I know it's much more stressful for some. And the thing that helps me has been going to God's Word, and that gives me perspective. It also helps me as I'm coping with this, just as the rest of us are. Jesus said, "Man does not live by bread alone, but by the very words that come from God's mouth." And so it's so important to be in God's Word. I would encourage you to go there, find Him there, and you're going to find that that's so helpful, not just during troubling times, but all the time. Now, man also needs bread to eat. And so we're going to be making these croutons this morning. I've got just 6 slices of bread. This is regular store-bought bread. Nothing special about it. The nice thing about making croutons is it doesn't have to be fresh. It can be stale bread. It can be end pieces that nobody wants. It doesn't have to be very fussy with what you use. I'm going to be using for the seasonings some Italian seasoning and garlic powder and some olive oil. The olive oil gives it flavor, but also helps the bread crisp up as it's baking in the oven. So we'll start by cutting the bread into cubes. Notice I'm making them bite-sized, kind of like ones that you might buy at a store. And so next, I'm going to put on a generous amount of olive oil. And my seasonings. There's no set amount that I'm looking to use. I just like a generous amount of the seasonings because that'll give it the most flavor. I like my croutons to have a lot of flavor. I go maybe a little lighter on the garlic powder than I do the Italian seasoning. It's really a personal preference. You make it however you like. Run away. All right. This looks like it could use still some more olive oil. I'm just mixing it up. Get everything to mix together nicely. But definitely could use some more olive oil. And again, you can be pretty generous with the olive oil as well as the seasonings. Now I'm going to smell the croutons to see how much flavor I can sense that way. And I'm thinking I could use a little more of the Italian. I smell the olive oil. I'm just not smelling the Italian seasoning as much. And I'll probably add just a little garlic powder as well. Okay, let's see how we're smelling now. That's better. Still might put a little bit more of everything. That should probably do it. That's smelling good to me. And you can see what they look like. They look like regular store-bought croutons. And I'm just going to be putting them onto a baking sheet tray. This is a half-sheet tray. And I'm just going to spread them out so they can bake evenly. That's a lot of croutons for 6 slices of bread. My oven is set for about 350. And they're going to bake in there for about 4 minutes. What I'm going to be looking for is for the outside of the bread to look toasted. And then I'm going to test it with a fork. The outside should be crisp. The inside may be a little bit soft, but that will test after about 4 minutes. My oven's ready, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these in. Be back in about 4 minutes. So I'm ready to check on our croutons. They've been in there for about 4.5, 5 minutes now. And I'm seeing some nice toasted edges. It's got the right color. It's crispy on the outside, just a little tender or soft on the inside. I think they're just right. So I'm going to pull these out, and all you're going to do now is let them cool down and then store them in an airtight container. They're good for, I'd say, a couple weeks. So plenty of time to enjoy some good homemade croutons. Till next time, God bless.